The war in Ukraine is entering its third year. Billions of euros in weapons, military equipment and intelligence support have been sent to Kyiv to aid the Ukrainian defense efforts, but countries across Europe are still increasing their military spending in a bid to further shore up Europe's security. Here in Germany, Berlin has sworn to double its military aid to Ukraine in 2024 and become the backbone of defense in Europe.
They have made a fundamental decision now to intervene in Ukraine and to rebuild their military. The defense minister has talked about having the Bundeswehr ready for war. And that is another fundamental change. And it means that they have to spend money to make that work. And they have already committed politically to the midterm budgeting process to make the 2% of the GDP as agreed in NATO.
A number of major European defense companies are at the heart of this drive. Just for 2024, the UK pledged 200 million in drones, while France has promised 3,000 ammunition rounds a month. German tanks builder Rheinmetall is opening a factory directly in Ukraine and will deliver dozens of Leopard tanks to Ukraine across the year. Hensoldt, a high-tech security defense company based in Ulm, is at the forefront of Germany's weapons export to Ukraine.
What we did, we started very early to ramp up our production. It came from a kind of manual integration now to a serial production as you see it here, which means 3 years ago we delivered 5 of these huge radars. Now, this year, we will go beyond 15. So within a very short time frame, we ramped up our production significantly. The last radars we delivered have been end of December last year, and they are already in use. They are in the battlefield, and they are securing lives.
In a war fought over lands and skies, air superiority could mean the difference between victory or a tremendous loss.
I will introduce you to TRML 4D, which is an air defense radar. It is made to detect threats and to defend citizens or critical infrastructure from these threats. You want to protect your own forces, and you want to protect the logistics that keep you defending your country, which is extremely important.
Chancellor Olaf Scholz has called for large-scale production of weapons in Germany and in Europe. But this comes at a tough time for the German economy and poses more challenges for an unstable coalition. European leaders are also focused on forces from outside the continent, with particular concern around the US election and the possibility of Donald Trump's return to the White House.
There's several things that are driving the process. The election in the United States, the possibility of Trump, particularly after what he said repeatedly that he would not come to the aid of the Europeans if there was a war, has driven Germany to take on a new orientation, a new agreement to try to take a role in Europe that they had not taken before.